What motivates you the most to do something?
I don't know. I think I just hit a point where I'm just tired of looking at something, and it takes a long time for me to get there. I'm not saying that, like, I don't want to make it sound like the second I see something out of order, I'm like, oh, I got to fix that. But like, it takes a long time of me. It takes months of me being like, that's annoying. Somebody should do something about that. And then I go like eat chocolate or something. It takes like months of that before I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to do it.
Do you have to schedule time out for yourself? Or?
No, I'm not good with that. People always like make a list. And I'm like, I'm just going to look at the list and it's just not going to get done. Like it just has to be a thing where I just feel motivated all of a sudden and I just do it, you know? The whole like, put it on a calendar, make a list thing, that does not work for me. I just ignore it. Like, I'll get the calendar reminder. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll just keep playing video games. It really just a matter of like, I have to become frustrated enough with the thing that I finally hit a breaking point in my brain. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take care of this now.
I'm a list maker. It does help most of the time.
Yeah.
There are a couple things that it does take until my anxiety just can't take it anymore before I actually do something about it.
My New Year's resolution is to be more proactive about those things. To like not wait until my anxiety is like, do it. To like, you know, be an adult and like take care of my house.
Well, I hope you have the best of luck with your New Year's resolutions. I know I get so salty when people crap on New Year's resolutions. I'm like, if similar to what we were talking about with specials, like if somebody's going to do a thing, like don't crap on somebody for doing a thing.
Well, yeah, and also you like immediately be like, you're not going to do that. That just gives them the excuse to not actually do it.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's very weird. I don't know. It's very strange that people's like in like knee-jerk reaction is always like the negative.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like it's everyone. It's with stand-ups as well. Cuz like any kind of like if you go watch any kind of like stand-prov show or just like riff-based show where like maybe someone throws out like a topic and now you have to like as a stand-up riff and try to make as many jokes on the spot as you can. Most like 90% of the comics that are on the lineup will immediately go negative. And it's like that's kind of the predictable stance to take. And the comics on those lineups that do those sort of like riff-based shows, the ones that do the best typically don't shit on the thing, at least not immediately. They first try to find the cool thing about the topic. And then if they can't find the cool thing about the topic, like, actually, you know what? This thing does suck. And then they like, you know, but like if your default reaction is like, everything sucks, that's just exhausting. People are going to get really tired. Like they can't sit through 10 comics of being like, oh, beach balls, they suck. Bleh. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got to like, people are expecting that from you because you're a comic, and people have this like preconceived notion about comics is that like, oh, you're going to make fun of everything. And it's like, no, some things are actually cool. And I'm going to like make jokes about why they're cool. You know, like I'm going to actually prop some things up while being funny about it, you know? I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird that like the first reaction for everyone is always like, ugh, it sucks.
Yeah. I'm going to wait till Lent. It won't be my New Year's resolution. It won't be a Lent thing because I don't know if I can maintain it for longer than 40 days. But it's going to be giving up complaining. And I'm also weighing in my mind, like if you say something about something that the words themselves are technically positive, but everyone who knows you knows that you're meaning it facetiously. Does that still count as complaining?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. Like if you are like genuinely being sarcastic, then yes, that is complaining.
Like if we were going out to eat and I took a bite and you saw the look on my face and you're like, how is that? And I'm like, love it. Love it.
Well, okay. So I think the difference here is if something genuinely is bad, that's not complaining. That's just saying what it is. But if you like, okay, like if you go to a restaurant and you try some food and it's bad and you say it's bad, that's not complaining. But if you haven't even tried the food yet and you're like, oh, that looks terrible, that's complaining. You know, like try it first because you might like it. And if you try it and you like it, then don't, and you're not going to complain about it, you know? But like if you've tried it and it sucks and you're like, oh, this pasta's gross, that's not complaining. That's just saying that's just saying what it is.
That will make me feel better. It will also make me take pause before I open my mouth and be like, is this saying what it is or is this complaining?
You know, I mean, it's definitely complaining if you try something bad and you say it's bad. That's definitely the definition. That is the definition of complaining. Mm-hmm. But I think what you want to do is remove unjustified complaining is I think what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because if it's justified, complain away. You know? No one has a problem with like justified complaining. It's the unjustified complaining that people are like, yeah, go fuck yourself. You know?
I do a lot of both. I'm gonna be like a gold digger, sifting for which ones I can do.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Even the justified complaining, I think people just don't want to hear it. You know. But I don't think there's anything wrong when it's justified.
Yeah, I can see the emotions start draining, or like the emotion, but like the energy start draining from Santiago's face on certain days as I spiral a lot, and if somebody's around me, I will do it out loud.
I do the same, and it's always with the news. And Keith watches MSNBC like all day long. Like it's on our TV constantly. And if I'm in the room when they're talking about something, then I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like I will just go into it, and it's the same thing. I can just see it on his face. Like his eyes start like kind of squinting, and he's just like, okay. But that's the only thing that really triggers me that way, I think. I mean, I'm sure there's like other, like food, I think maybe kind of does it to me as well. Like I'm not a foodie, but like I have like a few close friends that are foodies. So I know a little bit about it, but I'm not like as passionate about it as them. But some of their stuff is definitely rubbed off on me. And so like it mostly happens if we go to a place that everyone is like, oh, you got to try this place. And I try it and like, this is ass. Like then I kind of go in on it. But if it's just like a place that we just tried and there's no hype around it and it's just like not good, then I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. You know, but like places that genuinely do bad service piss me off, and that will trigger me as well. Mm-hmm. 'Cause like when we just moved into this house, like, I think it was like the first weekend that we were here, we went out to get food, and I'm not going to say the restaurant cause our huge following would just collapse their business. No, like I'm not trying to call anybody out. Like there were a few moments in my life where I was like, should I just do like a blog about food? Like just like local, like around here food, like what's good and what's not. Because like I always try to find what's good around me. And it's so hard when you're in a place that's not actually known for food, but you know there has to be some good food around, you know? Mm-hmm. But like it's so hard to find that. So like there were a few instances where I was like, should I just start like blogging about like the food immediately around me? And because of that, I was like, I don't want to like shit on bad places. I just won't talk about them. So I'm not going to say this place's name. I'm not going to say what kind of food it is because that would give it away. I will say we went there like the first weekend that we were here. And it was blistering cold. Like it was blizzard, wind,